Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about openings. You will learn about opening repertoire. You will learn why is that important. Also, later I want to tell you what is the correct way of studying openings, how the proper process should look like. And later I'm going to present you the rock solid opening repertoire that I just prepared, and you can download it completely for free. You just need to visit website rocksolid.mattbobula.com and you can download it there. So I'm gonna explain what openings does it contain, and but you can have all of the lines completely for free there. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Let's start from the most important question first. The most important question is, what is the opening repertoire and why do you need it? So first of all, you need to know that opening repertoire is a group of openings that you usually play. Because you need to know that in the theory of chess, we have got a plenty of different openings. There is like a huge amount that one player, it's impossible for one player to learn all of them and to play all of them. This is the reason every player is deciding to pick a couple of them and is trying to master in them. You also need to know that, of course, you can play many openings, but then, for example, you will know how to play until move number 7 or 8. But if you'll pick just a couple of them and you will focus on working on them or something, so definitely you can explore them much deeper. So you can know how to play, for example, until move number 15. You can know what kind of positions will you get in the middle game. You can know, even very often you can know what are the common end games that happens from those openings, and you can play it much faster and a much better level. This is the reason why every player should have own opening repertoire. Here we come to the question, how should you study openings? And you need to know that working on openings, this is the process that never stops. That you have to keep doing that every time, and even best players in the world, they are still improving openings. And you need to know that that process, it has got 4 important steps. So let's start from the beginning. Learn ideas. First of all, you just need to learn some basic ideas of the opening. So what is important in that opening, what are the basic pawn structures that happens there, how are you going to set up your pieces, and many similar things. So when you're learning ideas, the best sources for that are YouTube videos that players are explaining some things, or you can also watch some Grandmasters games, of course, with the commentary, or there are a lot of online courses about openings, and those are like the sources that you can use to explore more ideas connected to the opening. Once you have got it, once you know some ideas, you just need to prepare some lines. But I don't mean some random lines, but your opening repertoire, you should have lines that you're playing, lines that you selected and that you are going to use. Right? This is like a very personal thing that you just need to create a folder with every opening that you play, and you need to save lines that you are going to use in your games. For example, the best tool here is to use the Opening Explorer. Opening Explorer, that every chess website has got it. You can see what move was popular among grandmasters. You can see in how many games it was played. You can see what was the results there. And Opening Explorer is a great tool. You can also, if you join if you are going to download the repertoire, rock solid opening repertoire that I prepared for you, you can also have it there. Everything is ready there, but every player should have some lines. And later, once you know some basic ideas, you have got some lines that you're going to use, then you have to play. You see, every opening, you just need to practice that, because no matter how good ideas you understand or how many accurate lines have you got, you just need to practice that. Without practicing, you have got 0 chances to play the opening well. So you have to play, probably you need to play like 50 or 100 games at least to get some experience. This is very important. And once you play the game, and this is something you're supposed to do after every game that you finish, you're supposed to analyze it. You're supposed to analyze games that you played, analyze what were your mistakes, what could you do better, what ideas did you miss. And you can use, of course, the engine, but you can also use the Opening Explorer to compare your moves to the Grandmaster's moves. You have to compare it to the lines that you have got. And now, and so this is very, very important. And everything starts from the beginning. So once you analyze it, you have got some conclusions. Later, you have to go back and learn some even deeper ideas. You have to update your lines. You have to play another game, and you have to analyze, and so on. And again, learn ideas, prepare lines, play and analyze. And if you will repeat that process a couple of times, maybe 50, maybe 100, you will really master the opening. So now let me tell you a couple words about the opening repertoire, rock solid opening repertoire that I prepared for you. You need to know that this is like the opening repertoire that allowed me to reach 2000 rating. And so I just checked it on my example that it really works. It's very solid. It's a great for positional player. And even now that opening repertoire is like in 90%, those are the openings that I'm playing myself. So even if you are over 2000, still you can use big part of that opening repertoire. Or you can use, one or two openings if you are interested in, you've got a problem with something. But if you are like a positional player, if you want to play something rock solid, this is a perfect opening repertoire for you. And let me just briefly explain you what kind of openings will you find there. You need to, let's start with white. You need to know that the whole opening repertoire starts with the d4 for white. And you need to know that black has got several different ways of playing. Let's say that black starts with the d5. Then I recommend knight to f3. Black plays something. And then here you will find a couple of chapters. One chapter is the standard Catalan. So here you will get some lines how to play the Catalan. But you also need to know that I have got another video that I created 2 years ago that I explain how should you play Catalan. You can find a lot of ideas how to play this. Next chapter is gonna be about the Slav defense. Slav defense, I also recommend Queen C2 and plans with the G3. And also Queen's Gambit accepted that I recommend Queen A4 and also G3. The whole opening repertoire for white is based on the openings that you play with a fianchetto bishop. Okay, of course you will also find some sidelines that black can play in this position. Another opening that black can do after d4 is c5, and this is the next chapter, which is called Benoni. Here I recommend d5. Next chapter is e5, which is not very often, you will not meet very often at the top level, but it's especially online. Englund's Gambit is played quite often, so you also need to know how to play against it. The next move that black can play is knight f6. You can play knight f3, and now black has got also something that is called Queen's Indian. It's also based on the g3 move. In case black plays Bogo Indian, then you have to stop the check. And usually you also supposed to play the g3 here. Next 3 chapters are connected to g6, and you can see that you play c4. And here we have got a King's Indian. So King's Indian is when black plays d6. There is also Old's Indian when black plays d6 and later black develops the bishop to e7. And finally we have got the Grimfeld when black plays d5. And this is the chapter number 9. You can also find the last chapter here that I also recommend to plans with the g3, and that chapter is called the Dutch defense. And once you learn those 10 openings based on the g3 system, you will get a very good positions after first 12 or 15 moves, and you will know how to play it later. You just need to learn those lines. You just need to watch the videos that you can find on my channel, and you will, of course, you have to play, you have to analyze it, but you will get a very good positions after the opening. So now let me tell you a couple words about the repertoire for black, rock solid repertoire for black. And here I recommend against e4, you will find e6. This is my favorite opening, and this is the French defense, of course. And in my opinion, this is like a very simple way how you can get a good positional game. In the first chapter, you will find some sidelines in the French. In the second one, you will find the French exchanged, so pretty popular variation, especially at the level for players below 1500. You will find also in the next chapter French advanced, and also you will find the how to play in case opponent plays knight c3 or knight d2. Then you will find the Fort Knox variation, and I have got, by the way, another video how to play the Fort Knox variation with all the details. You can find it on my YouTube channel. So this is what's gonna happen against e4, but against d4, I also recommend to build your opening repertoire based on the d5 and e6 moves. So this is gonna be like a Queen's Gambit, but here I recommend the variation with b6, which is called the Tartakover. So first you just make a castle, and later you play the b6, and this is like a very simple plan. Everything's explained in the video, by the way, that I created. The video is called Tartakover for the club players. You can find it also on my YouTube channel. And you also need to know that this is like a very universal pattern that you can use against everything except first move e4. And of course, you will find it in my rock solid opening repertoire. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you understand better how should you study openings, and hope you will also get and download for completely for free the rock solid opening repertoire that I prepared for you. You can find the link below the video. And also, if you enjoyed the video, please thumb up, subscribe my channel to get some more things, and also hope to see you next time. Thank you very much.